You wake up, reach for your phone, and start scrolling. Before you've even stood up, you've watched 12 clips, liked 4 posts, and ignored your own thoughts. By lunch, you've checked your notifications 27 times. You bounce between apps, tabs, texts, a blur of stimulation that somehow feels flat. You're not tired, you're not lazy, but nothing feels satisfying anymore. Not the game, not the show, not even the thing you used to love. You're not broken. You're caught in something very real, a cycle millions of people are stuck in every day. It's called the dopamine trap, and once you understand it, you can finally start to escape it. This isn't about addiction in the clinical sense. It's about constant micro hits of stimulation that hijack your brain's reward system. It's why a 10-second video is more appealing than a 2-hour movie. Why it's easier to scroll than to write, think, or create. It's not that your brain is weak. It's that it's overwhelmed. You're constantly being pulled toward what feels good now, at the cost of what's actually meaningful. So when you try to focus, work, or even rest, you can't, because your brain has been rewired to expect a hit constantly. That's not failure. That's a feedback loop. And if you don't break it, you'll spend more and more time doing things that feel good, but leave you feeling empty. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain linked to pleasure, motivation, and reward. It's not just about feeling good. It's what drives you to seek out things that feel good. When you eat, laugh, win, achieve, scroll, your brain releases dopamine. That's normal. But in today's world, dopamine is everywhere. Social media, short videos, notifications, junk food, constant entertainment. The problem? These things release unnaturally high levels of dopamine, fast and effortlessly. Your brain gets flooded, again and again. And here's the trap. The more your brain gets used to high dopamine activities, the less it responds to lower dopamine ones. So you stop finding joy in reading, in walking, in working, in real connection. They haven't changed, you have. Your baseline for stimulation is now so high that normal things feel boring, even important things. This is the dopamine trap. Your brain craves what drains you and ignores what feeds you. Imagine a stick figure walking down a quiet path, birds chirping, breeze blowing. It's peaceful. Now imagine someone running by, shouting, flashing lights, dropping candy. That's TikTok. That's notifications. That's every app screaming for your attention. Soon, the stick figure doesn't notice the birds, doesn't enjoy the breeze. They're waiting for the next burst of something loud, fast, and sugary. This is your brain on dopamine overload. You sit down to read, but your brain says, "Where's the reward?" You open a blank document to write, and your brain says, "This is too slow." That's not a lack of willpower. That's overstimulation. And the more you feed it, the more it needs, and the less you enjoy anything at all. The dopamine trap numbs your sense of purpose. You drift from one thing to the next without meaning. You start things, but don't finish them. You feel bored even when you're entertained. You can't focus, not because you're broken, but because your brain's reward system is fried. Over time, this kills motivation. Creativity fades, mental fatigue sets in, even joy starts to feel out of reach. And worst of all, it convinces you that you're just lazy or lost, when really, you're overstimulated and unbalanced. You don't need to delete everything and live in a cabin. You just need a reset. Here's how to start. 1. Dopamine fast, even just 1 hour. Turn off notifications. No phone, no tabs, no music. Let your brain sit in silence, even if it's uncomfortable. 2. Do boring things on purpose. Take a walk without your phone. Do the dishes slowly. Let your mind breathe. 3. Delay the hit. Want to check Instagram? Set a 5-minute timer first. Want sugar? Wait 10 minutes. That pause breaks the compulsion loop. 4th, choose low dopamine rewards. Read, create, build something. It won't feel amazing at first, but over time, it becomes rich and fulfilling again. 5. Track the shift. Write down how you feel after low stim versus high stim days. Your own patterns will become obvious. This isn't a punishment, it's recovery. The dopamine trap is quiet. It doesn't scream, it whispers. It promises joy but leaves you chasing more. But here's the truth. You don't need more. You need less. Less noise, less sugar, less scrolling. Because on the other side of that silence is clarity, focus, energy, and joy that actually lasts. Step back, feel the discomfort, let your brain heal, and you'll remember what it's like to actually feel good again.